We're here at the Common Sense Court. Order we have on the stand to testify today. It's been witness to several events out here in our country. And we need Mr. Kwame Brown to testify on said incidents. Mr. Brown, you promise to be honest, give your whole opinion and nothing but your opinion, so help you here.
Oh yeah, I'm telling on everybody.
All right, that's what I want. I just want the truth. I want you to keep it 100 because the court's gonna keep it 100 with all these particular incidents. Okay. First case on the docket, T.O. T.O. has had a Karen moment. Driving through his neighborhood. A white lady told him to slow down. T.O. stopped the car like, yo, hey, white lady, who you think you're talking to? So the white lady then broke out the white lady tears. Went in straight Karen mode, said you was speeding. T.O. got the camera out and there's another woman there saying he wasn't speeding.
Facts.
T.O., what Mr. Brown, what do you think about this aggressive white woman?
I think he need to wear a white face when he's out because I think she said something about you're a black man approaching a white woman.
What kind of Emmett Till mess is that? Like, ain't that the same thing happened? Emmett Till, white woman came out, accused him, started crying and all this pandemonium.
Only way they'll make him safe is to be white in your neighborhood after a certain hour.
And they was dark.
Yeah, it was dark. He dark.
But exactly. But let me tell you, when life get all the way real. We all have seen T.O. Yeah. So we know T.O. ain't no small dude, and he's a physical specimen. Yes. And he don't look like a dude you really want to play with. And this particular white woman was out there with her husband.
He left her.
He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing.
Yeah.
What kind of dude is you to leave your wife out there with this big black dude in the middle of the night? Like, I don't want no parts of T.O.
That's a good question. He probably wanted to went inside and call the cops.
He probably
It might have been the male Karen.
Ain't no telling, but he was scared. And the police was there, everybody was calm.
Yeah.
The husband was like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he was getting on his wife. He was checking his wife.
Yeah, because he knew she was in the wrong.
I think we should dismiss this case.
No, this white lady got to she got to do time.
Oh yeah, give her how much you want to give her?
She got to do time.
What you want to give her?
I want to sentence her. They had to move to South Central and live in South Central for 5 to 10.
Ooh,
5 to 10 months, because she ain't gonna make it 5 to 10 years. I think she gotta do 5 to 10 months in South Central, and she got to shop at the Sloss and Swap meet for the next 30 days. Nothing she can wear can be from anywhere besides the Sloss and Swap.
And she can't call the police for at least the whole time she there, right?
She can't call the police. If she needs assistance at any point in time, she got to call Plaza Security.
There you go.
That's it. That's the only person. That and Jesus. If them two don't show up, then you can't get no help. Sound like a plan?
Let's do it.
Let's play. Next case. Bam. All right. This next case, I had to show you this video. Hulk Hogan, WWE, WWF, Hulkamania, all this stuff right here. The Hulkster was going through a bout of depression after his divorce.
I believe he got over it quick, though.
Yeah. And he stayed with one of his best friends. Well, his best friend allowed him to console him, allow him to smash his wife.
Fine lady, too.
Fine, very attractive white woman. Blonde hair, blue eye, Aryan Nation white woman. She's fresh off the brick white woman. Cut, South America, she pure white woman, ain't been stepped on at all type white woman. And he let Hulkamania run wild on her.
He let her get over his depression, he said.
That's what he said. That was the help. You ever been depressed, one?
I think I need some white friends.
You ever been depressed?
I've been depressed a lot.
I've been depressed too, and ain't nobody ever offered me their wife.
Man, that's a new one.
Ain't nobody ever said, Your Honor, could you come over here? I know you're going through something. My wife want to let you get them scans.
Is he still dating or still married to that woman, or is it over?
They divorced, but they didn't get divorced because of that. They got divorced because what happened is when the Hulkster smashed her, and the security cameras caught it because they did it like on the porch. And one of the dudes who worked for him saw the video on the security system, took the video and sold the video. So now his wife is put out there showing her smashing the hoaxer, getting busy or whatever. And so the wife couldn't deal with the public scrutiny of everybody seeing what she was doing and how she was getting down. The court is kind of mad because nobody submitted this videotape to the court so we can see.
We need to see the evidence.
See the evidence and what was happening. Yes. Did this woman do enough to cure the hoaxer's depression? You know what I'm saying? If it just was straight missionary, that don't cure the depression.
But they was on the porch. That means she was over a rail or something.
But does that cure the depression?
I mean, that's excitement for an old man.
For a little while.
Yeah.
But again, for me to get over depression, it's got to be more than this. I need you to be on your knees. I need to be able to pull your hair.
Well, that comes with white people, I think.
Yeah, that's mandatory. That's mandatory. Yeah, these pull my hair. Oh God, pull my hair. That happens. You right. That is mandatory. You got, but I don't know. You got to be careful. Well, the hoax is white, so I was gonna say you got to be careful. If you're a black man, you pull a white.
Yeah, you can't choke them. Nothing.
None of that. No, you don't want no bruises and no semblance that you have been there.
Absolutely.
Except for the wreckage of the twat. Outside of that, you don't want right there. So, Kwame, what do you do if one of your friends like, Kwame, I'm feeling bad. Your girl look kind of good. Mm-hmm. You think it'd be possible if she come cuddle with me for a little while?
See, that's why I think we need to charge the husband with something. Now, we can charge the wife as well if you want. Okay. But the husband got to be charged because ain't no way you coming to my house. I might give you a little money for an extended stay.
But he offered the wife,
No. See, that's what I'm saying. The husband got to be charged with something.
Aiding and abetting.
That's aiding and abetting.
Trafficking.
Trafficking is one.
He's smuggling his wife.
Man, he is doing all of that. He's selling her all of that.
He's selling it right there. So human trafficking.
Absolutely.
So you definitely human trafficking.
Put him on the docket.
All right, so you human trafficking.
Simping for Hulk Hogan's celebrity.
Okay.
You got to be, because who gives up their wife for that? He's supposed to be fighting Hulk Hogan or something.
Now, do he really want to fight the Hulkster?
You got to try.
You're right.
His knees gone.
You're right.
You got to at least hit him in the knee.
You got to at least try to fight the Hulkster over this right here. But he didn't want to fight the Hulkster. He offered. He had an offering. He gave the Hulkster, and the Hulk took it.
I think that's what he had to say. If it happened like that on the porch, he had to say that.
But what do you do? How, as a man, do you a dude offer you his? How does his when his wife come to you and offer you that, and you know this is your best friend? How do you even accept that?
See, I would have never wanted to stay with no man and their wife. Yeah, I can't put myself in that situation.
Yeah, that's what. But when she comes, like, he told me to. How do you? I wouldn't even accept that.
He told you. Nah, I wouldn't have believed that. I'd have had to say, "Come on now."
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I couldn't accept it. If I'm at my friend's house, and his wife is coming on to me and saying, "No, he's okay," it's like, that's too much drama. That's too much chance to go. All right, so
it can go way left,
way fast.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Right there. Well, the hoaxer didn't go left. Yeah. Hoaxer went right up in it, right there on the porch. That's what the hoaxer did. So if we find the hoaxer, is the hoaxer guilty of anything?
The hoaxer is guilty of taking advantage of opportunity.
Most
men will take advantage of that opportunity.
So in the court he is guilty of that, but in the court of manhood, is he guilty of anything within the circle of men?
Yeah, he done broke the bro code. Give him probation. Give him probation.
All right, so the hoaxer gets probation.
We got to give the husband more time for being that stupid to bring somebody around his wife like that.
All right, so if that's the case, then the court thinks of proper punishment for the husband. Before we get to the husband's punishment, what about the wife? Is she just a helpless pawn in this game of men?
No. She for the streets. Just let her go.
She for the streets.
Yeah, just exile her to the streets.
All right, so we sentence the wife to the streets. You're now property of the streets. Yep. Report to said streets and do what you do in them streets.
State property.
State property. The husband?
Yeah, he got to go down. Buffoonery, trafficking.
The court feels that a proper punishment is just. So what we are going to sentence the husband to, we sentence the husband, since you gave your wife away, we're going to give you the Saucy Santana. You supposed to report to Saucy Santana's house You have 48 hours to report to Saucy Santana's house and let Saucy Santana do what he will with you, the same way you allowed the hoaxer to do what he wanted to do with your wife. Next case. I'm just saying. It is what it is.
Oh, shit.
Next case is on the docket. It's a video circulating around. Dude took a woman on vacation. She came to visit him, came to visit him. Mm-hmm. And while she was there, she told him, he'd paid for the ticket. They've been talking on the phone, having conversations, whatever. She gets there, they hang out, buy drinks and have dinner and all this right here. So they get back to the room. He's like, yo, what's up? He trying to get a little frisky. She's like, nah, I don't plan on doing that with you at all. Mm. Not 1 hour. No.
And she flew out?
He flew her out.
So she got flued out.
He got flued out.
And say she not attracted to him, she not gonna do it?
She don't want to do that. That the fact that you bought a plane ticket, you paying the bill for the whole weekend does not give you the right or give you carte blanche to the booty, is what she said.
She could have discussed that in her own city. Whenever he got there.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. She flew to his city.
I know, that's the problem.
So he should have flown to her city.
She should have waited till they met on mutual grounds, because every man is going to, that's dating in 2022 now.
Yeah, you gonna try.
They made it transactional. They made it 50-50. That's what guys are gonna do.
Yeah, but I think average dude, first of all.
If I fly you there, I'm gonna be expecting a good time.
Listen, women that are watching these proceedings, I just want you to know, no dude has ever flown a woman anywhere without some semblance of expectation. Now, are we okay if it don't happen, grown men? Yeah, we okay. You have a right to say no. But in our heads,
don't tell us before we go to dinner.
See what I'm saying? Well, no, we go to dinner. You just certain stuff you ain't gonna be able to order on the menu.
Right. But like you said, in our head, we're just going to, those are things that we're going to assume. Because
we're thinking you wouldn't have flown here to see us if we were not in that place anyway.
Facts.
So why, as a woman, would you go visit a dude and plan to be alone in a house or anything like that with a dude? First of all, that's unsafe.
At all.
That's unsafe as a woman to go spend that type of, to be in an intimate setting with a dude who you're not attracted to. That is dangerous as a woman.
Exactly.
So why would you put yourself in that position? You know why? Because you want to go to Miami. That's why. You want to go to South Beach on somebody else's dime. So he took her back to the airport, Kwame, and dropped her off.
She put him on social media.
Yeah, he put her on social media to say, yeah, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. Just in case anything happened to anybody so she don't say, I hit her, touch it, nothing like that. Just want to know I'm dropping off at the airport and I have canceled your ticket on the way home. Get home the best way you can. Oh yeah, he canceled the return trip.
They gonna call him a pig at best.
Oh, of course they are talking. They say he wrong.
Yeah.
He broke. This is what broke dudes do. You know how women do. Anytime you buck on your money, somehow that means you broke.
Well, I'm pleading fifth, Judge.
I'm just saying.
You know what? Let me get my cigarette on this. This is a tough one, man.
I'm just saying. That's what they say.
This make people not like you right here.
You can the court does not care about being liked. The court is trying to get to the nitty gritty and the facts in the said case. That's all we looking to.
Well, Judge, before I would have flew her out, Judge, I would have got a good understanding that it's going down. All the way down. I'm talking about touchdown. I'm talking about going to first, second, and third, all the way back to home.
All right.
And if I didn't get that understanding, I wouldn't have made no flight.
All right. See, I personally, I'm a FaceTime you and put it in your face, and then you gonna tell me that ain't what I'm here for, or you gonna be like, yeah. Then if you like, yeah, then I know what it is. But I'm gonna run a commercial. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of the coming attractions.
Different method, but the same thing is going to be resolved. Exactly. You're going to get an understanding.
We gonna, and that's all we're going to get an understanding. And that's all. And I was telling some people that the problem with this is women are saying that he's wrong, but the thing about it is every dude who is grown and has dating has felt like he has been gotten over on before. And it ain't necessarily that you couldn't spare the money or the whatever. It's just the fact that you feel like, wow, this is really how you trying to play me. So every dude has gone through that. So we feel when you in a position to take that power back or make a power move in that particular situation, we get it.
Not guilty.
Not guilty? Not guilty. So sir.
He had the right to take it back. He should have just did a little more research, but he could choose to do it his way.
Right.
So not guilty.
And so he chose to take her back, and I'm gonna say he is not guilty. So, ma'am, if he's not guilty, that means you guilty. That means you're guilty. That means you're guilty of trying to hustle. You're trying to hustle meals. You're trying to hustle a ticket. You're trying to hustle a free weekend. You hustle drinks, everything. While the whole time you're holding on to the thing that he brought out to barter with. The one thing you had to barter with, you want to keep to yourself. You, ma'am, you're an Indian giver. That's what you are. You're an Indian giver. You showed it, and then you didn't want to give it up. Ma'am, I find you guilty of being one stingy bastard. Next case on the docket has been a subject of a lot of conversation. Guy bought a Happy Meal. He showed up to bring food to his son.
I gotta get on this one.
And he only bought food for his son. The mother took the food and threw it away because she has other kids that do not belong to this particular dude. And she said, what you're not gonna do is bring food for one child knowing I got 3 other kids here. And so she did. So they got into a verbal altercation about said food. Now we're here to determine whether or not this brother was right or wrong for just bringing food for only his child.
Well, they said it was fake, but going under the premise that we know.
Yeah, let's assume that.
I think it was real.
Even if it was fake, no big deal. This thing happens all the time.
In real life.
This happens in real life.
I think we should charge the lady with reckless endangerment, abandonment of these children, not being able to take care of a child. We need to award him not only his child, but give him an option to adopt the other ones too. Because at least we know they'll eat.
At a minimum, they're going to get his Happy Meal.
They're going to get Happy Meal. She going to do her hair and do her eyelashes.
So, Kwame, would you have brought food for the other kids?
Hell to no.
Why not, sir?
Them ain't my kid.
Them ain't your kid. But the women said a real man would bring food for the other kids.
Listen how you started off the sentence.
Women say.
Oh, okay. Tell me what the men say.
The men say them ain't my damn kids. That's what men say.
Okay, I'm going with what the men say.
That's what men say. Men say them ain't my kids. Let me say this. The court feels like if a dude did it, and most dudes, if you knew kids were there, most likely you're gonna stop and get food for everybody. That is most likely what dudes are gonna get. Dudes don't have a problem with bringing food for the other kids. What men have a problem with is women trying to make it seem like it is our responsibility to bring food for the other kids. If I do bring food for the other kids, it's out the kindness of my heart. I have nobody has a responsibility to take care in any shape, form, or fashion anybody else's dang.
That's how she sounded though, Judge.
And that's exactly how she sounded.
And that's why she's guilty in my opinion.
Exactly.
I'm snitching on her.
You listen. You put that thing on the streets, and that's why you got multiple baby daddies. And if you got multiple baby daddies because that thing was in the street, ma'am, maybe you need to go to the street to get your kids something to eat. Ma'am, I find you guilty.
Me too.
I find you guilty of depriving these kids, this child, of his food. I find you guilty of throwing away good McDonald's. I find you guilty of being a hood rat. And I find you guilty of mismanaging your coochie. Next case.
You should have given her extra time if the fries was hot.
If the fries
was hot, you gotta see if something on the docket for hot fries.
Let me check the SVU.
Yeah, she slapped them on the ground. If them McDonald's fries were hot, she should at least
get the fries was hot. The fries was hot. I like to amend your sentence to, we sentence you to, since the fries was hot, next Tuesday, we got a stud coming to your house to slap you. Next case on the docket, a New York bishop was robbed while preaching. They were broadcasting live. 3 gunmen with masks came to the church and robbed said preacher. Now, there's been conflict of how much jewelry was stolen from said preachers. Some numbers put it at 400,000. Some numbers put it as much as $1 million worth of jewelry. Now, this preacher was robbed, laid him down the whole nine. Now, other videos have surfaced of this preacher. He living his best life.
Yes, he is.
He got a closet full of high-end clothes, high-end shoes, the whole nine. I mean, he doing it big. Got the iced out Rolexes, they're listening to Jay-Z on the freeway. He living his best life. Kwame, something ain't right about this case, sir. What do you think about this bishop? Is this the church business here? What's going on, Kwame?
I would have left that church that same day that all of us got robbed. I think God is good that he got robbed, in my opinion.
Okay.
If you look at the case, he was a ex-convict, and he's rolling around just like he's still, in the streets. And I think, he brought some attention to himself that was unwarranted. But hey, he got what he got. But I believe it's behind a girl.
You think it's behind a girl?
What? Do it look like he following the cloth, or do he look like he following some skirts?
That brother looked like he following the Source magazine. I think that's the doctrine that he following. He ain't with the stuff he doing ain't Bible like. Nothing about this pastor says that he Baptist, Catholic, Jewish, Muslim, a 3%er. Nothing about him says that he has a great relationship with the Lord. Clearly, he got a good relationship with Foot Locker. Clearly, he got Gucci. Yeah. He has a great relationship. He got a great relationship with Rolex, but his relationship with the Lord seems very suspect to me.
And he got a good relationship with one of those robbers, old lady, and I think that's why they was there.
You think that's what you know what I don't.
He know he did something wrong. He didn't even go check on his wife. He just laid straight down. He knew that's a guilty person.
What if that means the wife is the one who set him up though? What if she out here? And what if her side dude sent them up in the church?
I ain't thinking about that.
Yeah, what if that's the wife sent her side dude up in there?
Good plot twist, John.
Yeah. And so she sent the side dudes up in there to get, she was like, the side dude like, man, your husband making all that money. She was like, you want his chain? I'll get you his chain. Come to church Sunday with the mask on. Ain't no security in our church.
Wow.
He'll lay it down. He a bitch anyway.
He proved her right.
See what I'm saying? And that's all. He just put his hands up. He laid on the ground and he gave it up.
And that gave her more justification because he didn't even go and stand in front of her.
See what I'm saying? And I think the dude who played the keyboard played a role in it. If you look at the video, the dude at the keyboard just looked like this.
Got him. He just stopped there like, got him. We shall overcome.
He did nothing.
Got him.
He didn't even flinch.
You know what, Judge? What we gonna give him? I think all of them should be convicted then.
What I think they're all guilty. I think this whole church and anybody who's still going to his church are going to hell. I know I ain't got no hell to sentence you to, but that's what the court sentenced you to. We sentenced the bishop, we sentenced his wife, I sentenced the organ player, and anybody who's still going to this church, all y'all go to hell because you need to stop playing with God. Is what you need to do. Fair. Next case. Now, Kwame, this next case is a little touchy, and I don't know if after we rule on it, it may be bound over to Superior Court because it's a little touchy. A transgender man is upset. Let me explain for the people of the jury what a transgender man is. That is a woman who was born, a person who was born as a woman who has decided to live their life as a man. That is what a transgender man is. So internally, they possibly, this one did, still had all of the women parts up under the clothes. All the women parts and working stuff is still there. Well, this transgender man with a beard and the whole nine had a baby. This transgender man is married to a man. Had a baby, and in the hospital after said birth, the nurse said, "Congratulations, Mom. The transgender got mad. How dare you call me Mom?" Kwame, who in the wrong? Is the nurse in the wrong, or is the transgender father, mother, person in the wrong? I don't really know what adjective to use in this particular situation, but the transgender man is mad for the nurse saying Mom and wants an apology from the hospital.
For saying congratulations?
For saying congratulations, Mom.
And he just had a baby.
He just had a baby out of his uterus. from babies that was formed in his fallopian tubes.
Send this to the feds, Judge. Send this case to the feds. We can't rule on this.
That's what he wants. He wants an apology.
Don't give him no apology. Send it to the feds.
Are you sure? Because my evidence.
Buying this case over to the feds.
I'm looking at the.
What you think? I'm gonna let you rule, Judge.
I'm looking at the crime scene evidence, and the evidence said that. And I'm looking at the report from the crime scene investigation, and what it says is women can have babies. Dudes can't have no babies. They ain't never been able to have babies. Women have babies. It don't matter about your ideology. It don't matter what your personal truth is. Women have babies, not men. I don't care that you got a goatee and a beard like mine. If you still got lady parts, then you married to a dude, clearly you confused as hell. But I ain't confused. The court know what you is, and you a mom. Congratulations, mom. Next case. Next case on the docket.
The court know what you.
The court know what they are. The court is here simply to get to the bottom of all these cases. Next case on the docket, Kelis. People that don't know who Kelis is, that's the chick who made the song about Milkshake, brings all the boys to the yard.
Back then she did.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Well, Beyonce recently dropped her album, and there was a song on the album where Beyonce sampled one of Kelis' songs. Not that particular song, but another song. Mm-hmm. And Kelis is mad. Kelis said that she should have been given a phone call and a common courtesy to let her know that she was being sampled.
Okay, I can go with that this far.
Okay, well the problem here in this case takes a turn. Kelis does not own the publishing to said song that was sampled.
She didn't really release that to the public.
She did not own the rights to this. So Kelis's response to that is, well, I'm currently fighting to regain my publishing back. The record label unfairly took my publishing, even though the deal she signed gave the publishing to the record company. She said the contract was not fair. The same thing a lot of artists say about said songs and said music or whatever. But is this her beef with Beyonce, or is your beef with your record label?
Record label. Beyonce didn't do nothing wrong. She don't got to talk to you.
Yeah, Beyonce went to who the song belonged to.
Right. Beyonce
paid the people who the song belonged to. She got the sample cleared by
Kelis.
So Kelis deserves all the fire and venom that is directed her way, because the Beehive is on her.
Oh yeah. Well, she gonna get what she deserves. Might want to just send us up to the Beehive.
Yeah, the Beehive is on her. All right.
That ain't gonna be over for a while.
Yeah. Kwame says you're guilty, Kelis. He says you're guilty, and the court thinks you're guilty too. Think you're guilty of overstepping your boundaries, Kelis. Think you're guilty of wanting respect for something that you don't need respect for. That ain't your music. Right there. It ain't your music. It don't matter. If Kwame owned an apartment complex, but I rent an apartment there, and if I'm a dude who want to build a mini mart within the apartment complex, I don't come to you who own an apartment there. I go to Kwame because he owns the whole complex. I don't go to people who own it. And then Kwame, if he want to come to you, people who have an apartment in the complex, then Kwame can come to you in said complex. But outside of that, the only person I'm talking to or obligated to talk to is Kwame, because he owns the apartment complex. They own the record. That's who Beyonce talked to. And Kelis, if it wasn't for this little controversy, nobody wouldn't even be talking about you. If we gonna keep it all right now? I don't know what Kelis do. Somebody told me. I thought somebody said she was a greeter at Walmart. I don't know. All I know is what you better do is calm down and just keep getting them child support checks from Nas and leave Beyonce, the Beehive, and people making real music and still making music alone. Next case. All right, Kwame, we are on our last case on the docket for the day.
And this is a doozy, y'all.
This is a doozy. Rapper Mystikal has been arrested for the third time for sexual assault. He did 6 years for sexual assault. Do you know the story behind that particular one? All right. Then the second one, do you know the story behind the second one?
No, not the second one.
Okay, so the second one, it was actually dropped. He supposedly slept with a woman at a concert, but the woman was at the concert with her dude, and and instead of telling her dude that she slept with somebody or had cheated on him, she said that Mystical had sexually assaulted her. So that's how that one came about. Now this newest one, we don't have all of the story on the newest one, but obviously there's another woman saying that he had allegedly done something inappropriate with her too. All I'm saying is, Mystical, you got to be stopped. you got to, this got to come to an end. If you are doing it, then you need to go to jail. But if you're not doing it, then something about your behavior is inappropriate. What say you, Mr. Bray?
He got to pay the lady. I would have paid if I had the record that he had 2 times in that same scenario. If I'm gonna be out here trying to be promiscuous and not have a wife, I'm gonna pay for it. So that way, nothing is left to the unknown.
Everybody know what's going on.
Everybody know what's going on.
You can file it on your taxes. You write it off.
Yeah,
that's a business expense.
Yeah, I can't keep going through this though.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the court asked the question of why don't you have a woman with you so you don't have to go through this. If you just want to be smashing on the road, I think because, like you said, because of your history, I think it is almost mandatory for you to take a woman on the road with you. Yeah. Even if you don't want to get married, he's at a level to where it's got to be chicks trying to get with him.
Gotta be.
So why not? If you wanted to, if you're a single dude, just take a different chick with you.
I'm ready to stand to the beach everywhere.
Yeah, that's it. And why not just always take a woman with you? That way it's never a question about what's going on. You don't have to worry about somebody accusing anything because they came with you. They already know what's going down. You probably already smashed before y'all ever got there. Then you don't have to worry about running up on some strange who you are sexually assaulted or might falsely accuse you of sexually assaulting her. You don't have to deal with that because you already are covered with that. Because you're going to be looked at and questioned every single time. The second time he stayed in jail for a year and a half because he could not produce the bail. So he just had to sit there before this case was disposed of. Luckily, everything was dropped, but you still had to spend a year and a half in jail.
After that year and a half, I would have learned my lesson. I'm taking me a woman everywhere I go.
Clearly he ain't.
They gonna convict him just for not understanding.
For being stupid.
Yeah, he convicted of being stupid.
You just dumb. Just dumb.
No way you get me 3 times.
Percy Miller, because he was signing No Limit Records before he went to jail. Percy Miller, I find you. I would like for you to testify in the court on his behalf because right now he needs character witnesses.
He needs somebody.
He needs character witnesses and he needs somebody to show up and say this ain't the type of dude Mystical is. Because right now, I think he's just walking up to women, pulling it out, coming, here I go! And I think that's what he's doing because that's what it's looking like. It is because something, they say where there's smoke, it's got to be fire. I don't know. All this look very sketchy, but all the thing I know is Mystical. I think you're gonna sit down for a while.
I think you're going down.
I think you're going down too. So Mystical, the court finds you guilty of being stupid. The court finds you guilty of inappropriate behavior. The court finds you guilty of being greedy. The court finds you guilty
of being insane.
It's
the same thing over and over.
Yeah, over and over. The court finds you guilty of all these charges. And if you did do this, I hope once you get to jail, whoever's your cellmate, there's no limit on your ass. Next case, it seems that, Kwame, that is the last case on the docket for the day. Court will dismiss you. We'll get ready to adjourn for the day. The court would like to thank you for coming in to testify.
Thank you, sir.
In these cases.
Can I take my cigarette and my cookies?
You can take your cigarette and your cookies.
Yeah, anytime I need to tell on somebody else, you just let me know I got cigarettes and cookies.
We appreciate that.
Today,
the court.
Thank you, boss.
You took the courts.
Yeah, I'm out of here, boss.
Oh,